It's time for your Raw review, motherfuckers. And tonight's show was actually a pretty good one, I have to say. Definitely made up for that shitty fucking pay-per-view. It's a pretty exciting show, you know, actually quite eventful. And they did some new things on this show. It's about goddamn fucking time. Now, it ain't a major overhaul, but it was a pretty entertaining episode of Raw, I have to say. We start off with The Undertaker cutting a promo, and it's been a long time since we've seen this. You know, isn't it odd that WrestleMania, the biggest show of the year, they couldn't get Undertaker to cut one measly little fucking promo? The most we got of Taker talking was a recording from fucking 15 years ago. Now for SummerSlam, which is the second biggest show of the year, this is when we get the Taker promo. What the fuck is this fucking bullshit? I don't understand, like, how do they, you know, come up with this logic? You know, oh, you know, we're not going to have a promo to promote his biggest match of the year. Everybody's match at WrestleMania should be their biggest match, pretty much. You know, unless they're going to be in a world title match later on in the year, that is pretty much the epitome of their careers, what they do at Mania that year. That's going to pretty much, you know, sum up their year, where they were at Mania. And the fact that they would not have him cut a promo, anyway, it was a good promo. Taker is sounding a bit old, I have to say. His voice has changed drastically. Like, for example, as I said, that voice clip from 15 years ago, go listen to that, or just if you have the network, go watch any old Raw from 1998. Listen to his voice and listen to it now. Sounds kind of old, but it was pretty fucking cool to see Taker cutting a promo, and it was a pretty good promo, to say the least. You know, a classic Taker promo, you know, and it was pretty refreshing because we haven't seen one in a long time. So I was pretty happy to see Taker back on Raw. You know, Taker was on Raw for the first time in over a fucking year, so that, you know, that was pretty exciting. Over a year and a half, actually, some shit like that. Then you had in the first match, Charlotte beat Brie Bella. Pretty good match here. You know, I'm happy that the quality of the matches is going to get better for the Divas, because now they're bringing in Divas who actually fucking know how to wrestle. You know, Brie Bella, Alicia Fox, you know, these wrestlers are not getting it done in the ring. Basically, they just teach them a couple of moves. They perform these moves every night, and we're supposed to accept this as fucking women's wrestling, or just wrestling in general. And that's not what it is. This was fucking pathetic, to say the fucking least. You know, the way how the Divas division was going, it was fucking pathetic. But, you know, now we got some true competitors, some true athletes there in the ring. And I was pretty ecstatic to see this match kick off Raw. You know, Charlotte's a great talent, and the way how they had Ric Flair wishing her luck before the match was good presentation. Up next, you had the Matadores, Los Matadores defeating the Primetime Players. Okay. Sucked. Then you had Big Show defeating Miz. The Miz was being punished for interrupting Triple H on the phone. You know, they were talking about how Undertaker had challenged Brock at SummerSlam, and the match had been booked, and he was talking to Heyman. Heyman said that he's going to be on his way to the arena. The Miz interrupted. He has a minute-long match with the Big Show. He fucking does an elbow off the second rope, and that was it. Who gives a flying fuck? Tired of these fucking assholes already. You know, basically, the Miz is punished, you know, by Big Show for saying that he should retire, which is the fucking truth. So basically, this is like a message to fans to shut your fucking mouths about Big Show retiring, even though it's the fucking truth. Then you had Paul Heyman coming out to cut a promo, and you know, at least there was some new material to work with here. You know, Heyman again working with The Undertaker. I feel like, you know, he's cutting promos back and forth. You know, first it's for CM Punk versus The Undertaker. Then it's the Ryback versus The Undertaker. The Undertaker, The Undertaker, The Undertaker. Never gets a fucking break from cutting promos for fucking guys against The Undertaker. You know, 3 different guys against The Undertaker and cutting promos for all of them. Undertaker came out to intimidate Paul Heyman, and then The Undertaker came out, and then they did this huge fucking brawl. And I was like saying to myself at first, oh fuck, they're gonna break them apart. Security came running out. But then like Brock like fucking flies over to security like he's goddamn fucking Superman and beating the shit, you know, out of the security guards. He's beating the shit out of The Undertaker. They're brawling in the back. It was fucking crazy. What a fucking crazy ass brawl this was. It was fucking awesome, motherfuckers. They have like fucking 30 mid-carders coming out of the back, and I mean, I gotta say it's a bit ridiculous. It kind of reminded me of that casket match, can't even fucking talk, against Yokozuna or whatever the fuck that match was, where you had like the whole roster come out to beat up on The Undertaker. But it was better than that. I mean, but it's like ridiculous that it takes that many people to, like, you know, hold these 2 guys back. I mean, it's just 2 guys, you know, 2 big main eventers, but still, you know, but a very, very fucking awesome brawl. I was getting pretty into this. The way how it was presented, it looked like a real fight, and I was pretty fucking into this. One of the best fucking segments I've seen in a long time that wasn't a match. You know, yeah, everything worked here. You know, now this, you kind of think to yourself, this is like a match that they had fucking 15 years ago in this company, 13 years ago. They had this feud, Taker and Lesnar. You know, I don't know how great the actual match is going to be. Their match wasn't that great at WrestleMania when they had it in 2014, but, you know, you would probably say to yourself, you know, this is why newer stars can't grow, because it's got to be The Undertaker. Undertaker having to come back and wrestle, you know. But I gotta say, you know, I'm kind of looking forward to the match and the hype. You know, just I hope that they keep this hype up for the fucking match. Just keep doing good shit like this. You know, it doesn't have to be like this every week with a big ass brawl, but at least hold my fucking interest in a match. You know, it's pretty pathetic to say that within like 5 years or some shit like that, they haven't had consistent build up for a match that's been able to hold my interest. And, you know, it's always something retarded or something that I don't want to see. And this was exactly what you wanted to see out of the build up for a feud. You know, and this proves that in the PG era, they could still do good build up. It has nothing to do with the language or the sexuality. You know, it has to do with the quality of the fucking segment. And if they do shit like this, then it could the company could fucking definitely work and still promote good matches. They just had to put some fucking effort into it. Then you had Roman Reigns defeating Luke Harper by disqualification. Match was okay. You know, nothing too special. It looks like they're gonna do Reigns and Ambrose versus Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper, probably at SummerSlam or something like that, a tag match. Now here's the thing, that do you guys notice who's teaming here? This is the Shield versus the Wyatts, a match we got a year and a half ago. And we got this match 1,000 fucking times. And even though they were good matches, you know, these teams are supposed to be broken up. Bray Wyatt was supposed to be on his own. He was supposed to become a main eventer. That didn't happen. Luke Harper's a great wrestler, you know, and he shows personality, but, you know, they couldn't figure out what to do with him either. They couldn't figure out to do with anybody. Dean Ambrose, no, he has to be fucking sucking on Roman Reigns' teat half the time. You know, he can't leave his side. Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose attached at the hip. Oh, I wonder why stars can't grow in this company. Oh, fuck. Because, look, you know, you break up a team, you put them back together. You break up a team, you put them back together. Fuck you. Fuck the WWE already with this stupid shit that they do. You know, they fucking backpedal over and over again. You know, they break somebody up, they put them back together. Enough already. I'm not going to be nostalgic for a team that hasn't even been broken up for a full fucking year. I mean, what is this? You know, Bray Wyatt should be a fucking main eventer. He shouldn't have to fucking be in some tag feud. He shouldn't have to be put back into a faction that he's already been in. They already fucked up the fucking Wyatts. They already fucked that shit up. They're gonna go back to it. Oh, we couldn't figure out what to do with them, so we're just gonna go back. I mean, how pathetic does that look to backpedal in a fucking, you know, with these fucking guys already? You know, you already broke them up. Keep them broken up. Just, you know, fix it. Find some way to push these guys and make them seem important again. No, instead, let's put them back together. Anyway, you had Seth Rollins comes out first, cutting a promo about how everybody was wrong and that he ended up retaining the title. Of course, John Cena has to come out and John Cena has to say, you know, he has to insult Seth Rollins and look what we had here. Pretty much one of the most fucked up segments I've seen. You had John Cena coming out saying that the WWE title doesn't mean shit, that the US title is the symbol of excellence, that it's, you know, it's the greatest title ever now. And like, who the fuck are we trying to kid? John Cena wore that fucking belt 15 times. And now he's saying it's shit and that it's the US title. It's all about the US title, you know? The fuck is this? Now they're going in the complete other direction. They were trying to restore some credibility to the US title. Instead, now they're saying, oh no, the WWE belt is shit, and because Cena has the US title, that's more important. You know, where does their fucking logic come from here? You know, and you could argue, oh, that's not what they're trying to say, but this came from fucking Cena. And, you know, they still once again address, you know, all this shit. Seth Rollins saying that everybody hates Cena, and it's the fucking truth. And, you know, John Cena coming out there with the fucking belt week after week is getting pretty fucking old. Especially after fucking Battleground. And seeing a deserving wrestler fucking lose to Cena 2 times in a row. That was fucking horseshit. And having him come out here and cutting this stupid ass promo about the US title being the symbol of excellence. Fuck off already with this fucking bullshit. Cena making every single segment lame, shitty, and retarded. And that's not even true. It's the WWE title. No matter what, it's still gonna be better than the US title because it's the fucking world title. This is the world title, not the US title. The world is bigger than the US, you dumb fucks. So what the fuck is this bullshit that they're trying to fucking force feed us? Oh, the US title's better because Cena has it. Fuck off. Now, this is what they're gonna do at SummerSlam, some fucking lazy ass champion versus champion match. I mean, you know, let's not get any new opponents for Seth Rollins and try to keep it interesting. Let's see a fucking match where John Cena had to fucking defeat Seth Rollins 1,000 fucking times when he was Money in the Bank. The Money in the Bank holder. He beat him like fucking 50 times on Raw. Now they're gonna go back to it again, and they're gonna have to do this shit once more. Come the fuck on already. I'm getting fucking sick and fucking tired of seeing this fucking match, and now they're gonna do it again at SummerSlam. And why? Because they can't think of anything else to do. He's the US champion. Have him defend that belt. Hey, like, why do we have to do Champion versus champion. Why do we have to fucking, why does Cena have to stick his annoying ass dick into every single fucking hole here in the WWE? Get him to do something else. Then you had Sasha Banks and Naomi defeating Paige and Becky Lynch in another good Divas match. Another very enjoyable match here. You had a lot of good moves, nice pace. You know, let's just hope they keep it up because the Divas division could end up being something special. If they could get it to the level that it is in NXT, then we're going to be fucking cooking with some gas, motherfuckers. You know, I hope that they could keep up this level of quality because, you know, it's good to have fucking quality on the roster instead of fucking shit for a change. Then you had Rusev coming out for his match. Lana confronted Rusev and Summer Rae, and then Summer Rae slapped Lana. Summer Rae was dressed up as Lana, which was actually, you know, kind of clever that they did that, trying to make him, trying to have, you know, Lana be jealous of Rusev, and, you know, not too bad actually. I actually enjoyed this little thing that they were doing here. It's pretty clever. You know, you could say it's a bit cheesy, but I actually enjoyed it for the most part. Not a bad, you know, little segment, a bad idea. Then in the main event, you had Orton, Cena, and Cesaro defeating Kevin Owens, Sheamus, and Rusev. And this was a good main event. And yes, I know it had fucking Orton and Cena in it. But, you know, it was nice to see guys like Rusev, Cesaro, and Owens in the main event of Raw. You know, it was a pretty refreshing, you know, halfway refreshing. You still had fucking Cena there. But it was pretty refreshing to see some new faces in the main event slot. And it was a good match. And I liked the finish. Cesaro with the catapult into the RKO. A good finish right there. So, you know, a good main event to cap it off. Overall, not a bad Raw. You had two, you know, good, decent Divas matches. You had an awesome fucking brawl with Taker and Brock, and a good main event. You know, nothing too overly shitty. The Cena promo made me fucking sick to my stomach. But for the most part, not a bad Raw. Pretty enjoyable. Some pretty good shit that they had going. You know, and yeah, my favorite part, Brock and Taker, a nice fucking brawl there. I have to say it again. And the main event was actually pretty fucking good for a change. So, yeah, not too shabby, guys. You know, I'll probably end up sucking next week, but, you know, it was pretty decent this week. All right.